Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to talk about the 5 places that you can get great deals on children's audiobooks. And I'm going to share with you guys some of the pros, the cons, the prices, kind of helping you compare these different services out there so that you can find the best fit for you. So let's get started. Hi, my name is Katie and welcome to Life in the Mundane. I am a second generation homeschool mom of 6 beautiful kiddos, and on this channel we talk all things resources. I love to share with you resources that are going to help you in your homeschooling and help encourage you in your biblical parenting and how you can utilize those to their fullest potential so that you can make the most of the little moments. All right, so first up, we're going to start with some of our free options. And again, like I said, I'm going to share with you what the service is and the pros and cons of said service. So the first one is pretty obvious. It's the library. You can go to library. It's going to cost completely free unless you have late fees, which I sometimes have. But the advantage here is that you can get physical hard CDs that you can pop into your CD player in the car or put into your computer. You have availability to listen to it wherever you go, and you have a pretty decent selection. Some of the disadvantages is you sometimes have to put things on hold. You have to wait for other people. Our particular library doesn't have a huge selection of audiobooks, so that's been a little hard, although they do participate in an interlibrary loan system. So I can put books or CDs on hold from other libraries and have them sent to my library. But it's not as convenient as some of the more digital options. The second option is the Libby App. Now, the Libby App is something that is sponsored through your library system. Our personal library does not participate in the Libby App, but some of the cities that are near us do. As long as you have a library card at that library system, you just simply download the app, put in your library card information, and you have to have a library card in good standing, which means you have to pay those fines, and then you can use the service completely free. The thing about the Libby App, some of the pros and cons, it is a digital service. You have all of those available selections that you have at your library, and sometimes even additional ones they don't have physical copies of. You can listen to it on your phone, on your tablet, those kinds of things. But with the Libby App, it is very similar to an actual library system where you will get to check out that audiobook for a certain period of time. When that time is up, it's automatically going to take it off of your device. Now, that means that you don't have late fees, which is kind of nice, but it does mean you have a bit of a time frame of when you need to finish the book by. And if it's a really popular book that a lot of people are wanting, you're going to have to wait in line for it, which again, for a free option is a great way to go. Number 3 is Epic Books. Epic Books is an app that you can download on your device, and it does have a monthly subscription service that goes along with it. I believe it's $7.99, but I will put the actual price right here. With this app, you can get a lot more than just audiobooks, but just speaking on audiobooks for right now, you do have access to these books as long as you pay for the subscription. You have access to them. You don't have any kind of deadline attached to listening to the material, and you can have it going on multiple devices at one time. You can have your kids having separate profiles so they can be reading the same book but have different points where they've bookmarked it, where they're at. So that is a big advantage. But some of the negatives are when you cancel your subscription, it's gone. So it's not something you get to save for future reference or anything. And I find that their selection of options when it comes to audiobooks can be a little limited. I feel like there's a lot of great things to listen to for your kids, but not as many of the books that I would typically assign for school are available on that app. If you want to see more about Epic Books and learn some of the things that they have to offer and kind of see an actual look inside what they have to offer, I made a video about it and you can look up above or down in the description below. I've also included a link down there that you guys can use to get a free trial month of Epic Books, and I hope you guys will enjoy checking it out. The 4th option is Audible. Now, I know a lot of people know about Audible, but some of the ways to do it affordably when it comes to children's books is really, really important. Audible is a subscription-based service, typically is what people think of, and you pay about $14.95, I think, a month. You get a credit which you can use to purchase any item within their catalog. They do have the widest selection of books by far when it comes to purchasing credits. That being said, most children's books don't even cost $14.95. So to use one of your credits on those would be kind of a waste of money. So how do you use Audible in an affordable way? Well, first of all, if you have a credit that you want to use, I highly recommend looking at children's audio collections. So you can get the entire Ramona series or Henry Huggins series or The Wizard of Oz or many other ones like that. You can get the entire collection for 1 credit, which is a great deal. But if you're buying individual books, you're probably better off going with Sarah Mackenzie's list, Read Aloud Revival. You can check out her website, and I will drop that link down below, where you can see the latest book deals on Audible books. You can purchase books, sometimes they're free, sometimes they're 99 cents, sometimes they're $1.99, but they just go on sale at regular or irregular intervals, so that's why I like to watch her website for the best deals on those, and I'll snag them when they kind of go at rock bottom prices. It's a great way to build your audio collection because the wonderful thing about Audible books is that they are available forever. Once you purchase them, they're yours. Even when you cancel your subscription, you can purchase them without a subscription. It's a little cheaper when you're a subscriber. So you can grab those, you'll have those forever. They're compatible with Alexa devices, so you can play them all over your house, which is really helpful. But I will say that if you're trying to assign reading for your homeschooling or with audiobooks, you're gonna have trouble finding the exact ones you're finding and hoping that they go on sale at that point. Another thing you can do with Audible is they do have their catalog, I believe it's their Plus catalog, and you can, when you're a subscriber to Audible, you can access additional audiobooks completely free, unlimited usage, but they are just the ones they have kind of in their special catalog. When it comes to children's books, the selection again is not super wide, but if you do find great audiobooks there, you can listen to those without actually having to use any credits. It's just when you cancel your service, those will no longer be available as well. So hopefully that makes some sense. One big disadvantage I see to Audible is that beyond just having to kind of piece together what you want to find if you don't want to pay full price for it, is that downloading it onto like an MP3 player or device is not really an option. Or I believe I found a few very complicated workarounds for that online, but I've never found one that I've been able to get to work. So if you know how to download them onto MP3 players or things like that, since you actually own them when you purchase them, let me know down in the comments. The fifth and final way to get audiobooks for a really great deal is to use the app Scribd. Now, Scribd is probably my favorite right now, although we do actually use each and every one of these 5 for audiobooks in our home. Scribd is a subscription-based service, so just like Epic Books, when you cancel your subscription, all of your audiobooks go with it. But what I do like about it is it offers a wider selection of books. I feel like most of the books that are on my reading list to assign to my kids are available on this app. So my kids have read books on here like The Railway Children, 5 Little Peppers, The Secret Garden. All of the Beverly Cleary books actually are on there. Johnny Tremaine, Caddy Woodlawn, many of the ones that are on Sunlight's reading list are on there. The Courage of Sarah Noble, and so much more. They have a lot of great literature options when it comes to this in audiobook form, and the audiobooks are really, really well done. They're high quality audiobooks, so I really appreciate that. Now, what are the disadvantages of Scribd? Well, they have a really wonky system when it comes to their algorithm. So the way it works is when you pay for a subscription, you get unlimited access to all of their audiobooks to some extent. They have marked some books, but it's not marked to you. They've marked some books as being premium content. And what that means is that you have access to a X amount, it's kind of a mystery number, of premium content in a month. After you've used so much premium content throughout the month, they then will knock you down to the lower, I guess, quality content. It's still been great quality content. I haven't had any issues with it, but it does lower your selection until the next month comes around, and then it opens it broad again. This is super frustrating to me, like very frustrating. I actually had the subscription years ago and canceled it because it wasn't clear what was premium content or how much did you get. And that's still a factor. However, I have found that their selection is so good when it comes to that, and their prices are so affordable. And when you have a house full of kids who have dyslexia and audiobooks is like a way of life, I found that it is still worth doing. So I've done a screenshot for you guys kind of what the catalog typically looks like when it comes to your regular content. When you get at the beginning of each month, you're going to have all of this content available to you to listen to. But after you've listened to so much content, then it will knock you down to the lower level until you get to the next month. There are still some great options out there. I will say most of the covers, instead of being the bright, beautiful colors that you would see on the books, are gonna be black covers with white text, as you can see here, but they do still have some really great options. My kids still continue to listen to it during this time. It just takes a little bit of planning. And actually the first month we had the subscription, we burned through that premium content really fast, but it was partially because I didn't realize that was the rule with this system. And so now I'm just a little more selective. The stuff that I want to assign for reading for school, we make sure that I focus on that instead of just letting like my little ones listen to random children's books on there, like Chrysanthemum or Make Way for Ducklings. Those are kind of books I can read. I was just letting them listen to it because I didn't know that there was this cap on it. So now we just save those books for there. We've been able to make it through the whole month of May without being knocked down to that lower level at all by just prioritizing which books we play on there instead of letting the whole family have a free-for-all on the app. I'll drop a link down below where you can try out a trial of Scribd for yourself. Again, all of these options have many pros and cons, and I don't think that there's a perfect system out there, but I do appreciate having a lot of options for audiobooks. If you guys want to know more about how we use audiobooks in our day or why we feel like audiobooks are so important, please drop that down in the comments below. I hope you guys will stick around and check out next week's videos. I've got some really fun content coming out for you guys, especially one of unboxing some new books that we just got. So be sure to check that out, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.